So, Luis, you were talking mostly about encrypted mempools and the efforts to implement them on Ethereum mainnet. Is this the first time that a blockchain has sought to implement encrypted mempools, or are there examples from other chains outside of Ethereum mainnet?
Yeah, great question. I would say Ethereum is, or the Ethereum ecosystem, I would say, is leading the charge, definitely, because that we have already proposed this a couple of years back, together with the Gnosis team. So I would say Ethereum is certainly kind of like leading the charge, and then Gnosis chain with the encrypted mempool and Gnosis chain, I would say that's the first one, the first live implementation. But definitely not in the vacuum here. So definitely other chains have been looking to the same thing, either inspired by our efforts or coming to the same realization independently. So maybe one notable one was Anoma very early on. They had a DKG kind of like proposed inside of the protocol. We've seen, I think we've seen more recently, we've seen Aptos proposing one as well, very similar approach. And then, yeah, and maybe really noteworthy, but still within the Ethereum ecosystem, is the Arbitrum ordering sort of design. So Arbitrum is famously really kind of pro fairness and pro kind of fair ordering. Sometimes maybe even too fair or too optimistically fair, where maybe flashbots or other more efficiency-minded people would say it doesn't work this way, and it kind of like creates weird sort of like spamming situations. So they initially had this like really like fully like fair ordering protocol where first in, first out, and that's worked somewhat well. But that also really is like is a fair ordering protocol, not encrypted. But I think their goal aligned in that they want to actually get a fair transaction order, right? And they have since updated it, which is to something that's called Time Boost, and then the decentralized Time Boost version together with Espresso. That's also relatively similar to our approach with the threshold encryption and the consumer pool. So Arbitrum definitely noteworthy in that space as well.